Hi, I'm Dave Baker. We're going to mix things up a little bit this week. I'm going to talk to you about some comic book news that's happened recently, and then I'm going to give you a comic book review. Batgirl 44. So, first up this week, we're going to talk about DC Comics canceling a whole bunch of their books. First book on the chopping block, Lobo. Not a big fan of this book. No offense to the creators involved, but editorially, it's just felt like a completely misdirected book the entire time. Case in point, Lobo's redesign. Why would you have Lobo look like that? That's not who Lobo is. Come on, guys. Jeez. Second book on the chopping block is Batman 66, which is really unfortunate. I really thought this book was great. It was one of the few books DC Comics is publishing that I actually really liked, and it's a smart way to get people who don't necessarily read comics into comics. Sensation Comics featuring Wonder Woman. Can't lie, I have not read that book, and I don't really care about it. Which is weird, because I like Wonder Woman. The Omega Men. Omega Men got canceled and then uncanceled, so it's gonna run till issue 12? And then it's gonna stop. Next up is the Batman book Gotham by Midnight, because there just aren't enough Batman books out there. Green Lantern The Lost Army is also getting canceled. Doomed is getting canceled, and Justice League United is getting canceled as well. Our next story is the XMen. Everyone's saying that they're gonna be killed off, not published, moved into the weird little baby stepchild corner of the Marvel Universe. None of that stuff's true. What's gonna happen is post-Secret Wars, the Terrigen Mist is gonna get unleashed on the globe. Mutant kind is gonna have an adverse reaction to this. Some mutants are gonna be rendered infertile. Some mutants are gonna die, maybe. I don't know. That's why we have to read the stories and find out. But they're not gonna stop publishing the X-Men. They're not gonna kill all the X-Men off. They're just taking them and putting them over here as opposed to front and center, like in the 90s. The X-Men books have been great lately. I've loved everything they've been doing with it. If Marvel editorial thinks this is the direction to go, I would tend to believe them, guys. I think everything's gonna be all right. Let's talk about some comics, namely Batgirl 44, which is the only comic book I read this week, because it was the only thing on my pull list. So what are you gonna do? I really like Batgirl. The book is written by Brendan Fletcher and Cameron Stewart, and this issue is drawn by Bengal. His artwork is amazing. It's kind of Jason Pearson-esque, lots of really fun cartoon stuff, really nice sequential work, very easy to follow, very clear, crisp storytelling. It's really, really fun. There's also a lot of really great insert shots of like, check out, it's a boot hitting someone in the face. Oh no, I dropped this thing, my hand's picking it up. Which I feel like a lot of mainstream superhero books don't do as much. Doesn't behoove normal mainstream artists to have a high panel count, so they usually try and stick with, 4 to 5 panels per page. This book consistently has like 10 to 12 panels per page, which is awesome. I love that stuff. It makes it feel really rapid fire and like lots of quick cuts and gives it an interesting cinematic feel. This issue specifically sees Batgirl fighting the Velvet Tiger, who's like a throwback tiger-themed, like 60s-esque villain. I've really enjoyed it. She's a former CEO who's now a super villain, and she's obsessed with tigers, and she has these pet tigers, and they're gonna eat this person she's kidnapped. Boo! It's cool. I really dig it. Luke Fox is also pretty dominantly featured in this issue, aka Batwing. He's Lucius Fox's son, who's now a superhero who wears like a Batman Beyond style costume. It's like Iron Man thing. It's cool. There's a whole book Judd Winnick wrote about him. You can read it. It's fun. But anyway, he and Babs have a little thing going, which is super cute. And also Bengal draws him really well. Like he draws Luke to look like a guy who could A, like punch really well, but B, just looks like a nice guy, which is cool because I feel like that doesn't happen a lot in mainstream superhero comics. I really dig the book. You should definitely be reading it if you're not, and even though this is the end of an arc, this issue actually serves pretty well as a jumping on point. You can just kind of read it and be like, oh, these are who the people are, and there's this thing, and this guy's been kidnapped. Okay, we're gonna go on this adventure. I really like it. Also, Frankie is gonna be a bigger part of the team now, which I really like. She wants to get into the superhero racket, and she's gonna have like drone mind-controlled motorcycles and shit, which is really cool. Maybe they should have said spoiler warning after that. I don't know. The book is great. I really dig it. So those are the books this week. If you'd like to come meet me and buy my new book, Suicide Forest, you can do so at Alternative Press Expo, which is in San Jose. I'll be there October 3rd and 4th, slanging the comics. If you'd like to subscribe to this channel, that'd be awesome. If you'd like to read comics that I write on the internet, you can do so at theactionhospital.com. I'll see you next time.